And from a cleaner planet to healthy living, April 7th is celebrated as World Health Day. And here are some stats. 1 in every 7 Indians suffers from mental health problems, often undiagnosed. Add problems like stress plus poor lifestyle habits, and the number balloons even higher. Most patients fear psychiatric drugs and treatments due to their known side effects and the associated social stigma. To tackle this problem head-on, health tech startup Mave Health is building a fully non-invasive self-managed wearable. Mave Health has also raised 6 crore rupees in its pre-seed funding round led by All In Capital and Utsav Somani's iSeed Fund, with participation from other marquee investors, including Bharat Founders Fund, Dipinder Goyal of Zomato, Kunal Shah of Cred, Mohit Kumar and Vatsal Singhal of Ultra Human, and other angel investors. To talk to us about the journey ahead, joining me now is Dhaval Jain, the co-founder and CEO of Mave Health. Dhaval, welcome to Startup Street. First, let's talk about your non-invasive brain stimulation wearable ARC. How does it treat depression at home and without any side effects? Also, it's currently in beta phase. What kind of results are you seeing and expecting to see?
Correct. So we are actually seeing early traction, and the technology of brain stimulation that we're using is actually like more than 2 decades old, right? The goal always has been to bring technologies outside labs and put them to real world use. The current efficacy or effectiveness of the technology is about 88% people see an improvement within the first 10 weeks.
Okay.
And about 72% people reach remission, right? Which is great in mental health because no treatment so far has been able to show that. To cater to the market right now, we actually launch a 12-week program where instead of just focusing on the wearable ARC, we actually combine it with judgment-free therapy, fitness and nutrition coaching, etc. Because depression is a very complex problem and it requires a very holistic, comprehensive solution. So that's what we do. To talk more about the technology, so brain stimulation is actually a way to basically stimulate certain parts of your brain that are affected in mental health disorders. Now, to put it very, very simply, any mental health disorder happens because of either hyperactivity or hypoactivity of some part of the brain. With brain stimulation, you have the capability to increase or decrease the activity of very few selected regions of the brain, depending on the kind of mental health problem you're trying to treat.
Okay.
Right? The reason it has no side effects is because, unlike drugs, it does not travel through your entire body. It targets the region very locally.
Okay. Dhaval, can you tell us, is ARC for all age groups and how simple is it to use?
Absolutely. So ARC is for all age groups. You just have to put it on like a headset. You'll find all of these details on our website. So we still recommend people over the age of 18 to enroll. We don't recommend people below the age of 18 to enroll. In fact, when we were doing our closed trials with a couple of hospitals and clinics, the average age was about 38 in those trials. We even saw a farmer who was, aged 77 years old use the product.
Okay. I believe the fresh funds that you've raised, Dhaval, will support Mave Health in launching ARC. So tell us, when will it hit the market and how much will it cost?
Correct. So we are actually not selling ARC right now. We are giving access to ARC as a part of the 12-week program.
Okay.
The program is launching on 1st of May. The enrollments for the program are already over. We've seen over 800 registrations in the last 48 hours.
Okay. So truly the future of personal healthcare seems to be via simple wearables. But Dhaval, what is the kind of demand you're currently seeing for ARC? What kind of partnerships have you built so far? I understand this is a 12-week program that you're starting with, but then who will be able to buy the product and from where eventually?
Correct. So right now the product and the program are both available on the website. That's where people can enroll into the program. We are also building very strong partnerships with multiple hospitals, clinics, psychiatrists, psychologists. In fact, as a part of Mave Health, we run the largest community of psychologists in India, which is about over 1,500 professionals, all of them who are verified. So we are also parallelly training psychologists to make ARC a part of their therapy, because while psychology or therapy focuses on a very psychology-driven approach, added bio-intervention does speed up the outcome for the patient.
Okay. Dhaval, how do you plan to sustain yourself? What will be the revenue model going forward? And how much more money do you need to raise before you go to the market?
Correct. So like I said, we're already going to the market. We're launching on 1st of May. I think the funds that we have are sufficient for us to scale right now. Yep.
All right. And any revenue model that you've currently devised?
Correct. So right now we basically sell the program, not just the device as a standalone. And access to the product is given for the duration of the program. In December, we are launching the second version of ARC, where people will be able to buy the standalone product and sort of use it at home for life.
And how much will it cost? Can you give us a range?
Correct. So we're still in a pricing discovery phase, but it should cost anywhere between 25 to 30,000 rupees. Of course, it will be available on rented basis for a much lesser price.
All right. Dhaval, what are the other solutions or offerings in the pipeline? What other new ways of treating depression with technology are you working on?
Correct. So we're basically focusing on brain-based therapies as of now. We think that the brain is the cornerstone of both physical and mental health. And I think approaching things from a very brain point of view makes a lot of sense. Neuroscience has finally caught up to the problems that we're trying to tackle. And I think taking that approach does put us ahead over every other intervention that's available, either for physical health or mental health problems. So we are diversifying the problems we are trying to treat, but our approach stays the same, which is a brain-based therapy.
Okay. Dhaval, talk to us about some of the new trends you're seeing towards mental health. Are people more aware now? Is there less social stigma? Also, has it become easier for mental health startups to raise funds now?
Absolutely. So I'll talk about the trends. I think the problem is reaching epidemic levels right now. The average age of first episode of depression, which is when a person first got into depression, has reduced from 55 years to 25 years, thanks to our sedentary lifestyle, modern lifestyle. But that is one trend where we are seeing a lot of people early on in their life tackling crippling amount of mental health disorders, right? Anxiety, depression. But yes, at the same time, the awareness regarding mental health disorders is growing very rapidly. People are more openly talking about their struggle on social media, etc. In terms of raising funds, I think if you're building a good solution, raising funds for mental health is never a problem. It's just that we need to look outside the box and find approaches that have not been taken before.
All right, Dhaval, on that note, I'll have to wrap up our conversation. But many thanks for joining us on Startup Street and wish you the very best for your 12-week program that starts on May 1st. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, we have to take a short break, but we are going to continue our conversation about India's health. And we have Goki's India Fit Report 2024, the findings of that with its CEO on the other side of this break. So stay tuned for that.